Hey friends, welcome back. Today I'm talking about gender disappointment or sex disappointment. This is that twinge of letdown or worry, fear even, that some parents feel when they find out the sex of their baby. Okay, now this is something that's not spoken about very often, but I want to break it down for you in this video so that you realize that you're not alone. It's not bad that you feel this way, and I'll give you some ideas of how to work through this. If you're new here, my name is Kate Borsato. I'm a mental health therapist for moms and moms-to-be. Subscribe to my channel here, click the bell, and then you'll get notifications every time I post a new video. All right, let's jump into today's talk. Now, sometimes when people find out they're pregnant and they find out the sex of their baby, either through the scan or when the baby's born, they can feel that twinge of letdown or disappointment. I just want to say first and foremost that this happens. This isn't uncommon and it's not a bad thing, although I know that there's a lot of guilt and self-judgment that comes up when you feel this disappointment. Maybe everybody's telling you how excited they are for you and how happy you should be, but on the inside you might be feeling really worried and not that excited about the sex of your baby. And so this happens. This is okay. So let me walk you through a little bit more about what might be going on for you. So first and foremost, I want you to think about allowing yourself to feel what you feel. When you judge yourself for this disappointment, or when you feel guilty or criticize yourself or feel like you have to keep it such a secret, that just makes this all worse. So accept the way that you're feeling. If you're feeling disappointed, that's okay. If you're feeling maybe a bit discouraged or not that excited about being pregnant, or maybe even if you're having a hard time envisioning how your family is going to grow, that's okay. So you really need to allow yourself to feel what you actually feel. That's how we move through these emotions. It's not going to feel this way forever. So talk to somebody about it. Talk to a therapist, talk to your partner, talk to a trusted friend, right? Reach out to people who you can tell them, like, I'm not that excited about this. But first of all, know that it doesn't make you a bad mom. It doesn't make you a bad parent. These feelings happen. Sometimes there can be sadness that comes along with this as well. So you might have had a vision for how your family would look, or that kind of perfect balance. Sometimes people want, a daughter and a son, and that would bring them a lot of balance. It's okay to want that. It's okay to feel sad that you're letting that go now. That's okay. So letting yourself feel exactly how you feel is an important first step. The second thing is to be curious about where the disappointment is coming from, right? So ask yourself, what fears do I have about having a daughter or having a son? What are you assuming that your future holds now or doesn't hold? So get curious about the beliefs that you have. Maybe it comes from your childhood and only having brothers, and maybe you wanted to have two daughters so that they could have sisters, for example. Maybe you, as a mother, always envisioned having a daughter to have that kind of close female relationship with, and so you feel disappointed about that. There's a million different possibilities, but get curious about yourself. What's going on here? Where does this come from? What beliefs am I holding about having a particular sex, right? Whether that's a male or a female. What beliefs do I have? And then, are those true? Are they necessarily real? So I know sometimes moms will say, well, I want a daughter because I want to be really close with my child as they grow up. Is that necessarily true, right? Do you know some moms who are very close to their sons? I do. I know a lot. And I also know a lot of moms who are not close to their daughters. So there aren't any rules about how your family is going to go. So sometimes we have these rules or these really strong beliefs about what it means to have a son or what it means to have a daughter. And I invite you to write those down, look at them really explicitly, and then ask yourself if they're actually true. Okay, so in general, what are your fears about having a son or having a daughter, and are those realistic? Are they real? So examine those if you can. Now, the last tip that I want to share with you is to trust that the connection will come with your child regardless of their sex or gender, okay? So if you're not feeling very excited or you're not feeling super connected right now, That's okay. You can build this. This will come. So often what happens is that when moms have their babies, then that connection starts to grow. So don't put that pressure on yourself during pregnancy to feel super connected. It's okay if it's not there. Usually that gender disappointment fades once the baby arrives. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. You can reach out for help. So connect with a therapist if you can. You can talk through these things with them. And just trust that there are so many different ways to build that bond and build a really close relationship with your child, regardless of their sex, okay? So pop your questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear what thoughts you have. If this is helpful for you and anything else that's coming up, share it below. Again, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the bell so that you get notifications every time I post. And I will see you in the next video.